In this video, we are going to take a look at the classic Hello World example using Java. You can see up on the screen there, I have a command line, and you can do this on any editor. I am running on OS X, and I'm going to use Vim. So I'm just going to do vi hello world. We'll do the classic Hello World example, .java, and it must be a lowercase .java. So I'll do this. And now I'm going to go into insert mode. So I'm going to do public class hello world, open the bracket up, close it, and I'm using spaces here. So I'm going to do public static void main. This is going to take in a string for the args, actually a string array. Args, like so. We'll have to close that. And open bracket. We'll close out that bracket. Now let's come back up here. And I want to use system out dot print line, like so. And we'll say hello. So classic Java application. So we have public class hello world, and we can say public static void main, takes in string args. I'm just double checking my syntax. So all this is going to do is print out hello world. So classic hello world example inside of Java, but notice I'm not using an ID. I'm using a simple text editor and just created this class. Go ahead and save that like so. Now we can see that all I have is hello world.java inside of my directory. Now to compile this, what I need to do is do javac hello world java and pass that in. And we can see that it goes away, does nothing. Now if I list the directory, we can see that I have the hello world.java file. That's a simple class file. Now I have a .class file there. That .class file is going to be the compiled one. So if I come in and do vi hello world.class and look at that, we can see that now we are looking at the compiled bytecode inside of the editor. And of course, we've got a bunch of funky characters there. And that's because this is a binary object. And we can see that there is some text in there, especially like the hello world string. But this is what the JVM is going to see and interpret and run for us. So I'm just going to quit out of that. I'm not going to make any changes. Now to run that, if I just do Java hello world, like so, we can see now I get that execution. So that is the command that we ran there. So let me clear this. I'm going to run history and want to highlight a few things here. So on line 551, we can see that this is the command that I ran. So I did a VI on 549. This is where I went into the editor, created that file, and then I ran the Java compiler on that on line 551, and that's what bytecode, it compiled down to bytecode. And then on 554, that is where I ran the Java JVM to execute it. So let me clear this out. And I just did an ls-ltr so we can see what exactly is in the directory. We can see that the .java class, that is a text file, is clearly smaller than the class file, the compiled result. So that this class file, the .java file, that is the source code, and then we took that down to bytecode. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing with Maven on a much larger scale, is we're going to be asking Maven to take our Java source files, not only compile them down to class files, but also package them. So a very, very important process that Maven is going through. A lot of Java developers may have done this like when they first started with Java and then got into the IDE and completely forget about this process. So that is why I wanted to step through this and take a look at exactly what is happening under the covers. And Maven is a tool that we're going to be using to automate a lot of these tasks and activities.